Good morning. It's a Monday morning, and the supervisor is supervising. All right, I turned the light on in the back of the shop here, the new addition. Take you back and show you some of the cramming in of equipment we were doing. Barb and I put some stuff away this weekend, and of course it's, not big enough, but I'm not going to bother opening the doors to get a little more light in here. I think you can see. So anyways, we got the anhydrous applicator jackknifed in here, put there. We put the field cultivator right here behind the cart and the combine, because those cart and combine and planter are sitting where they're gonna sit for the winter. Here's the seed tender. That was kind of an interesting trick to wedge that into where it is, but we got that in there. The grain drill, which is a son of a bitch to back up with them castering wheels, but we got that in there. Just about as close as we could get it to there. We got the color packer in there, and it kind of worked out nice that there was just enough space to wedge the water wagon in here. This space right here, when I get the sprayer winterized, will go right there. I think I may have enough room in front of it to swing the rock picker in and put that there. The reason the sprayer's not put away yet is, well, it's August 10th and it's hotter than hell out. This week it's supposed to be anywhere from 87 to 92, the next 7-day forecast. So nobody has the minus 32 degree windshield washer fluid out yet. There should be more than enough room back in here and here to put the 8-row corn head and the 25-foot grain head on their header carts when we're done this fall. How much room that leaves right here in front of the door, I don't know. We will find out as to what else we can put in there, but I don't know. The way I've configured it, seeing as I'm using that word, if it's not a word, I'm making it a word. I think if I tell the neighbor he has to find a new home for his motor home, I can put the chisel plow and disc underneath the old corn crib and everything will be undercover again. So, but we'll see. Like I said, no building is ever big enough, but it is what it is. I didn't want to go any farther that way because I'd be out into the field. So, but as you can see coming through here, we have things pretty tight to the wall. Not a whole lot more room. I did back the planter up a little. I just took the bucket, put the tip of the bucket into the hitch and picked it up, moved it back. That gives me a little more room here because, as you can tell where I'm standing, I'm in line with the curtains. So I've got from here back to there. Normally the 8235 nose is in right there, but I think we're going to have some more room here too, and even possibly over there. So we will get her figured out, but we got to get the combine out sometime in the near future so we can change that hose, get the one track charged back up because it's loose. John Deere called. There's some pip, as they call them, on the spreader on the back here, and there's one on the feeder house. Generally what those amount to is they're bullshit. Some dumbass that doesn't pay attention and isn't careful hurt themselves doing something, so then John Deere has to redesign something and come out and change your machine, and And then the next time you buy something, it's just that more expensive to make up for that lawsuit where some dumbass did something stupid to hurt themselves. So, wonderful world we live in. And he don't care. He's just sawing logs because it's already, what is it, 10 o'clock, and it's like 83 degrees already and humid. 30% chance of rain tomorrow evening into Wednesday morning, and that's it. So I don't know how we're looking as halfway decent as we are. Oh, I may on this video go over and show the old dairy barn a little. I've had some people ask about that. I know Ryan McLean, you asked about that, I think in the last video. So I don't know, I'll just walk around inside it and show you the old dairy barn. I may throw the drone up here and just take a look at this cornfield and the bean field behind my house, see how they look. I think this cornfield's gonna look pretty good from the air, where it used to look like shit in plain English because it had all those little spring holes all over it. But now that we tiled it this spring, it was actually the first field we planted, and it's usually the last field we plant. And standing here, it looks pretty even. So I might throw the drone up and take a look at that. But what do you think there, buddy? Huh? Do you care? Wiggle in here once for yes, twice for no. No, or just lay there. So we'll get a look at the old barn, dairy barn, and maybe take a look at some fields. All right, here's the old dairy barn. And kerflopping, the drop-off cat. Here's the old milk house. Just spread some hay on it for Buddy to lay on, but he doesn't lay in here. The compressor was inside that door there. Pipelines came in here. 650-gallon tank was here. There was a young guy that wanted to get into dairy farming. He bought all that from us. Okay, so keep in mind the barn's kind of, oh, we'll call it nasty looking because, well, we don't have cows anymore. Used to have the old style tie stalls. I remodeled it all years ago and put in these loop tie stalls. So now it's just storage, dog houses that Buddy outgrew. Old bed mattresses Chelsea used to have that Buddy laid on, but he's now, well, you go away. But he's now dug holes in them. This is the old haylage silo room. Sliding door. Used to pull the feed cart right in here underneath the chute. Obviously the silo's empty. Got a nice Pat silo unloader in it though, the big wheel kit. This door here, we used to put a elevator up. Wow, I'm looking at Buddy's kiddie pool. It was full, it's down about 3 inches. That's how much water has been sucked out of it. Anyways, we put an elevator in here, pull the silage wagons up to it to dump haylage and silage in, and then park the cart right here underneath it. Freaking barn swallows to fill it when we were filling silos. Oh, I think there's 66 tie stalls in this barn. There was the door where they went out to pasture. I need to bring some Roundup over. That was all pasture, which is now lawn and the wife's pool. And part of that field out there was pasture. Barn swallows galore in here now, the bastards. But that door there is a silo door. Goes to the other silo room that has the other cement silo, which we had corn silage in. The other one was haylage. And the harvester where we had high moisture corn. This was calving pens, 3 of them. We also raised some calves in them. That's why you see the bucket deals. That window got knocked out years ago, so we used to just board it up because above us is straw storage. I think there's a hole right here that you'd pop open. throw straw down for bedding. I'm not going to open that door because I'm sure there's pigeons in there. This little piece of plywood that covers this hole is off. But I don't know how well you can see it up there. But there's an elevator that runs along. And that was all where we had straw storage up there for bedding the cows. And the floor is covered in barn swallow shit. Buddy, you got off the floor over the shop and came over to see what I was doing. Oh, will you shut up, kerflopping? I already fed you this morning. So anyways, that's the old dairy barn. Pipeline system. There's the air line is the white PVC. Pump used to sit there on those blocks. Well, those blocks were piled up next to the other ones. The old medicine cabinet. But another buddy bed. But that's the old dairy barn. Alright, I'm going to throw the drone up over there. Check out that field. Maybe go check out the bean field. Behind my house. On the other side of this cornfield. Get you a little aerial view over the barn and whatnot. And then I'll probably end this video. So subscribe. Thumbs up if you will. Like I told you, you can follow me on Instagram, Andy the Grumpy Farmer, and we'll see what's in the next video. Alright, this is your pilot speaking. I decided to be fancy and go under the wire. I am getting better with the drone. So I just wanted to fly over here and take a look at this cornfield, because this field had 4 or 5 spring holes in it, and it's the one that we tiled this spring. You can't even tell where those spring holes were. Most of them were left of where I am now. I'll fly up there in a minute. Oh, and keep watch. Birds started to attack the drone. One of them gets really close. The dirty bastards. I think that's coming up now. But up through there is where all those spring holes were. Whoop, there went the bird. And it looks good. But we really need some rain. Now I just fly over and take a look at the bean field. It's amazing. The beans are as green as they are, but they are starting to show a lighter colored tint on the knolls. That's the motocross track next door. And then I wanted to show the old dairy barn, seeing as I showed the inside of it. The blue harvester is where we used to fill with high moisture corn. I'm still a little rough with the drone. The white cement silo on your left we filled with haylage. The other one we filled with corn silage. I plan on checking out some other fields in the next few weeks, but hopefully we get some rain. Now something that I didn't see, but Barb did. If you look behind my parents' house at that tree, well, in a minute, Chelsea is swinging from her tree swing. That field you can see some lighter color on the knolls, But that's what tile does for you. That used to be the last field we planted. This year it was the first. I think you'll be able to see Chelsea swinging here in a minute. The corn and beans definitely look better than what I thought they would. But we need rain. Look at how brown the lawns are getting. There's Chelsea. You can just see the swing going back. Then she goes out of sight behind the house. This field is a 99-day channel. So maybe in a few weeks we'll start pulling some ears, see how they look. Hopefully we have rain between now and then. That headland had a piece of tile put on it, which is why you can see the corn is actually taller right where the tile line was. But yeah, we haven't mowed that lawn in a few weeks. Starting to look rough. And there goes the mail lady. And now I'm bringing it home.